This is our first lecture on prepositions and prepositional phrases. A preposition is a word that relates a noun or pronoun to some other word in the sentence. That other word will also be a noun, a pronoun, or the verb. So, an example, the paint on the canvas will dry very slowly. In this case, on is telling us that where the paint is, it paints on the canvas. It's relating canvas and paint to each other, canvas being where the paint is, okay? And on is the preposition in the sentence. These are some commonly used prepositions. A lot of them have to do with location. On, above, behind, beneath, by, meaning next to, around. Some have to do with time, during, okay, from, or location again. It could be either, from could have to do with time, or it could have to do with from one location to another, okay? Near, outside, over, etc. So these are some commonly used prepositions. We have something called compound prepositions, where the preposition is actually more than one word, according to, across from, along with. You'll notice that along and with are both up here as well, as is across and from, as is from again. Because of is a preposition, far from, in front of, in place of, in spite of, instead of. These are compound prepositions. You should get familiar with them, okay? And they just work together as the preposition. Prepositions are always part of a phrase. They never stand by themselves. They're always the first word in the phrase. The preposition begins the phrase. So it's the first word. The phrase is going to end with the noun the preposition is relating. So up here on the canvas is your prepositional phrase. It begins with your preposition on, and it ends with canvas, because canvas is what on is relating paint to, right? Paint and canvas. So canvas is the end of your phrase. This is called the object, okay? The phrase ends with the noun is the object of the preposition. You can always find the object of your preposition, so the beginning and end of your phrase, by asking the what question. Okay, so for example, Michelangelo was born in a small town. In is your preposition. So you would say Michelangelo was born in what town? Okay, so town is the object of the preposition, and the whole thing in a small town is your phrase. Begins with the preposition, ends with the answer to your what, and it includes the adjectives describing your object. A describes town and small describes town. So the whole thing works together as a phrase, and it's telling us where Michelangelo was born. So it's actually relating born to town, not Michelangelo to town. It's relating born, where he was born. Okay? This is the preposition song. These are some of the most commonly used prepositions in our English language. And if you can remember and memorize this song, then you will have a good start on being able to identify prepositions in a sentence. Okay, so I do expect you to memorize it. I will be quizzing you on the song. Okay, so what you want to do is memorize it. It goes to Yankee Doodle. I'm not a great singer, but I will do my best. About, above, across, after, along, among, around, at, before, beside, between, against, within, without, beneath, through, during, under, in, into, over, of, off, to, toward, up, on, near, for, from, except, by, with, behind, below, down. Okay, so by learning the song, you remember the most obvious of your prepositions, and then you could write them down on a quiz or a test. By singing the song, you could write them all down, and then you have this reference in front of you, okay? For your homework tonight, what I'd like you to do is write a sentence, include a prepositional phrase, identify your preposition, and identify the whole phrase, the object of your preposition and what the whole phrase is, okay? If you have any questions, we'll talk about it in class tomorrow.